Madden Football is the home of the Super Bowl, and this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports.
So the final act of the 2023 season is at hand. What a spectacle
next.
in Las Vegas. We're off in Super Bowl 58. Cordero Patterson to return it, bringing it out of the end zone. Cordero Patterson! And he's going to take this all the way down inside the 40.
As the offensive guys trot on the field, you know they're congratulating the special teams guys to get them in great... And while they're going out there, I'm guessing the quarterback's thinking about taking some good shots at the end zone right now.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be second down. This Super Bowl, of course, just a huge one for this head coach. The first time he's walked the sidelines in a game of this magnitude, and you know, I might normally ask the cliche, what's going through his mind right now? But maybe the better question, CD, what do you think are the pitfalls of being a first-time head coach in this game?
Well, you know it's something that he thought about, Brandon, and he had to. And he was thinking about it long before he got to this stage. As the season progressed, and he saw that his team...
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Bijan Robinson. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Falcons are on the board first here in this Super Bowl. Coup up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Duvernay going to sit on this in the end zone, so it'll come out to the 25. Here comes the Ravens on offense, and the man in charge from Louisville, the former MVP, Lamar Jackson.
And no doubt he's living out a dream right now. He's had dating back to his first days of playing football as a kid. But he certainly can't get lost in the moment right now. There's still a Super Bowl to be played, and his offense, they're looking to him to be their leader. He can take it all the way when it's over. Right now, you've got the biggest game of your life to win.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Jackson. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down. On 3rd down, Jackson. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Disrupting that play and dropping him was Arnold Ebiketie. Facing 4th down, Baltimore will punt. Jordan Stout out there. Cordero Patterson deep for Atlanta. And he'll take it just outside the 40. A very good punt, but a 16-yard return. Now the Falcons are set up well to begin their drive, as it'll begin in enemy territory already. 1st down, Heineke. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. So the completion good for just 3. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. Now Heineke. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
On 3rd down, Heineke. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the 1st on the 35-yard stripe. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And it'll be 4th down. Now the holder's going to keep it. He's going to try to run for it. It would have been a long field goal. The fake doesn't work out. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. Well, that was a long attempt to begin with, so the fake you might have known was somewhat of a possibility. Credit to the defense, though. They weren't fooled.
You're right, they weren't fooled, and they were in a position of having to play it both ways. Guard for the fake, but you still want to rush the kicker because it was a makeable kick. So they ended up getting the best out of the whole thing, stuffed the fake, and they take over the ball.
Jackson. Looking for Bateman. He's got him complete. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. To throw is Jackson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Ravens first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5. Play action. It's Jackson. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Falcons will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Heineke. And he couldn't square up to throw there, and it falls incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
Well, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game.
And how about this, a fake? And this is caught. And a gamble. They get the first. That brings us to the end of one in Super Bowl 50. Well, we are back. Biggest game of the year, the Super Bowl, and both teams ready for the start of the 2nd quarter. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that one goes incomplete. They tried something out of the bag of tricks, but it's incomplete and now 2nd down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he is going to be run down. What a disaster there. A huge loss. Jadeveon Clowney. A sensational effort by him, and that is one of the biggest losses you'll ever see on a sack. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Justin Madubuike. He's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. Now they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And now the football is going to go over, already being placed at the 15-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
On 2nd down, Jackson. They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, a 15-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying this Super Bowl at 7. And now it's blocked. This defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number one.
It should be number one, and in this portion of the field where things shrink a little bit because the receivers can't run past anyone because they'll run out of real estate, you should have all eyes on Lamar Jackson when the ball is snapped and try and keep him back in the pocket.
Yeah, I don't think that they were surprised he was running it there. They just couldn't stop him, and he ends up in the end zone. Very good starting field position for the Falcons offense as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. And some room to run now. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. They go play action here on 1st down. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Justin Madubuike able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. And here's Bradley Pinion now. 2 minutes on the clock in the 2nd quarter of this Super Bowl. On 4th down, Bradley Pinion on to punt for the Falcons. And look at this, another fake. And he will not even make it back to the line.
4th and short in this part of the field. You just notice special teams coordinators rallying the team saying, watch the fake for Brandon. Don't they usually say that on every punting situation?
Oh, yeah, they can be up 40 in the 4th quarter. That's their job. They scream that every time.
And this time, though, his team locked in, and they were well aware that it truly was a situation that they could fake it. And they were ready for it and stopped it.
But now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. From midfield now, here's Jackson. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a 1st down.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They're going to start the drive here on the ground with Patterson. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big hitter there, a 1st down gain of 26 yards. We often poke a little fun at running backs past the age of 30. Oh, they're getting old, they can't run anymore. What he's showing, past the age of 30, you can still have some nice runs like that.
You certainly can, and I think that we're starting to expand our definition of old running back. Because it used to be as soon as they hit 30, we want to get rid of these guys and go to the younger guys. But now that the guys are taking such great care of themselves, as you pointed out, you can still get explosive runs at any age.
2nd down and a run by Robinson. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. The 1st down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. Robinson with another carry. Down to the 10. Touchdown, Falcons! Bijan Robinson, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Falcons will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
We see this a lot on 3rd and short yardage, especially down here in the red zone. They're going to sell out to stop the run, try and hold them to a field goal. But once the running back gets past the first wave, the resistance can evaporate after that. And he not only picks up the first, but he takes it all the way into the end zone.
Heineke, and this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. So they elect to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes could prove risky there. It worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Ravens going to get one more drive here in this first half. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. To the sideline and incomplete.
This is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
This defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Falcons grab it. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. We know he's got the speed to get downfield, Charles, but there's the negative side. A little loose with the football that time.
And that's normal, especially when you have his type of talents, because you feel like you're into the open field, and maybe you don't feel the people who are around you or closing in.
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So the halftime show of the Super Bowl abbreviated, ready to go for the second half. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Raven offense set to start this third quarter. And they trail here in the Super Bowl, but fortunately for them, Charles, very much still within striking range.
Yeah, things didn't go exactly the way they planned in the first half. To me, they appeared to be a little bit tight, made a few errors they normally wouldn't. But, of course, this is the Super Bowl, so things get a little bit heightened in that regard. But I think they have to feel a little fortunate. They're only down what they are here starting the third quarter.
And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. Third down now. Those last two plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Jackson now. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, if they have any designs of getting back into this football game in the second half, they're going to need to be much sharper offensively than they were on this opening possession. Not much happening here, and it'll lead to a fourth down.
Let's take it inside his own 40. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt. 6 on the return. And it will be Falcon football. Heineke going to lead the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at the 45. He'll get it to Robinson to begin the drive. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. 65 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. From just across the midfield stripe, here's a 2nd and 4. Again, it's Robinson. And a loose football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. We had an offense. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football after. afterwards, this is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Robinson will try to pick it up. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. Back to Robinson now on first down. And some space here. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now we'll pause for an injured player. And that's wide receiver Drake London who's shaken up. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Robinson up the middle. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Bijan Robinson with his 3rd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Falcons will extend their 3rd quarter lead here in this Super Bowl.
Well, this offensive line has really stepped up to the challenge here because those Mastodons, they've been sensational clearing holes all game long. And this is great work down here near the goal line to give their back the space he needs to work his way into the end zone.
And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
They'll start by running the option to the right. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. A little do-it-yourself run right there, and a nice gain.
And I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Jackson going to run again. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. Great play that time defensively by Zach Harrison. They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Jackson options out left. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16. On the draw, here's Mitchell. Yeah, he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive. As they score here, especially a touchdown, it's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And he'll be taken down after a minimal pickup, and that will take us to the end of quarter number 3. And there's just 1 quarter that remains in this edition of the biggest game of the year, the Super Bowl, as we get set for the 4th quarter. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. They'll set up to run the quarterback draw. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Here's Bradley Pinion now in punt formation, but as we've seen, that's no guarantee he'll punt the football. And it's a fake here on 4th and inches. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down. And I don't know what the method is to know when to dial up a fake punt, when not to. Whatever the method there, it worked for him.
I think you actually did explain it. There is no method. It's just a feel, a sense, and a healthy dose of guts in order to call that play in that situation.
Element of surprise, I guess, right?
Yeah, element of surprise and just a strong belief that, hey, we're going to get it done.
And they'll try to throw now. Heineke.
His throw incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
This ball down the field for Pitts.
And this is caught inside the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles. It certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
And a most curious way there to burn some clock. That was wild, and at the end of all that, it winds up a safety. All right, Charles, help me out here. 4th quarter, you've got the lead, and you run backwards into the end zone. You're just trying to do too much.
I almost don't have words for it. But, you know, every coach that we talk to talks about running backs or people running the football, running north-south, getting upfield. He went way in the opposite direction, and that's going to cost his team.
Yeah, it cost him big time. Still leading, but it cost him. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. They'll send Beckham in motion right. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Here's Jackson to throw. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Now it's Jackson.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 38-yard line. Jackson will throw again.
And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. And a timeout taken. Just 6 seconds away from the 2-minute warning. This defense wanted to stop the clock prior to that, and they do. On 3rd down, Jackson. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Trey Flowers picks it. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race.
Down the left sideline.
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. And there's a quick momentum swing. INT return for a pick 6, and then the 2-point conversion good.
And even if you're keeping your wits about you, you're thinking to yourself, okay, extra point block team going into the game now. All of a sudden you're hearing defense. Everyone's scrambling for their helmets and throwing down their cups of water. That's a great position for them to be in, trying to score against that team. A little bit disjointed.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line.
Well, not one you see often there as he fails to keep it between the sidelines, and that is a penalty every time, and going to give this offense better field position.
And it's every kickoff guy's nightmare, isn't it? Because you don't see yourself doing this, and most of the time you don't. It's absolutely a mishit, and now your team pays the price. Bad field position for your defense.
2nd and 10.
Now it's Jackson. And he's going to be intercepted a third time.
Now inside the 25.
And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up 1st and goal at the 5.
So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Now this is going to be a quarterback draw.
And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta.
Taylor Heineke
keeping it himself from 5 yards out.
And the Falcons are starting to pour it on the game's biggest stage. They are running away with this Super Bowl.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. That's going to be a loss of 15 yards on the play.
When you get that close to the goal line, you can't give up yardage that easily. You might have just given up a great opportunity to score 6 points.
A break there for this offense as they will get a chance to start at the 40-yard line.
Free kick out of bounds.
Well, you don't see that often. He just mishit it, and it goes out of bounds.
Well, I know sitting up here, and I'm looking at you, and you're looking at me, and I know we're both thinking the same thing. Isn't it easy enough to keep it between the sidelines? Because unless you're intentionally doing it for some reason, but that's a costly mishit, and now you put your team in a bad spot.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Here's Jackson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
That is incomplete.
Looks like they're going to keep throwing till the bitter end. This one's long since over, but give them credit. They're going to go down fighting. That one, incomplete.
On 2nd down, here's Jackson. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. They'll run it here with Smith. And he'll get inside the 40 to maybe the 38-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. This is where, 4th quarter, you got the lead. You give it to the big guy. defensively kind of sucks the will out of them, doesn't it? Because they don't want to tackle him right now this late in the game.
Well, you say that with accusatory tones. I mean, but you're exactly right. I know it's not something we actually want to talk about, but as a defender, 4 quarters worth of trying to bring people down, 4 quarters worth of pounding, and now late in the game, here comes that big guy coming at you, and a lot of guys are wondering where they want to come up and make that tackle at this stage of the game.
And it's over. The Lombardi Trophy belongs to the Falcons. Yes, the Atlanta Falcons are the Super Bowl champions. And to the Super Bowl champions, they etch their name forever in NFL immortality.
That's pretty phenomenal right there. It actually gave me chills just to hear you say that, because immortality forever and ever. When you look in the record books, you'll see this team, you'll see their picture, that your name will be a part of it. That's got to be an incredible feeling, because it's been a long journey to get there, and now they get a chance to enjoy it.